Good morning, beautiful people. How are we today? I'm still a little bit sleepy, but that's okay. I spent a long time, I guess early this morning at like 1 a.m. finishing assembling some furniture for my new apartment. So I didn't get very much sleep, and I didn't have as much time to prepare for my live stream as I wanted. That's just because I put together a whole entertainment center with a fireplace, and that took a while. So, hello! How's everyone doing? Yeah, so I'm a little bit exhausted from that, and it's okay. It is all right. I actually set an alarm, and then the alarm didn't go off, so I woke up an hour later than I initially wanted to, meaning that it was hard for me to prepare for the live stream. But good thing I already knew exactly what I wanted to talk about, because everything happening right now with the Epstein files is wild to me. I mean, it's not wild, but it's just so newsworthy. I have to talk about it. So we're going to be getting into, in particular, some other names other than Trump. Like, we obviously know that Trump is in the Epstein files. Like, it's so obvious. Hold on, let me brighten my screen just a little bit. Okay. Sometimes it pauses there. Like, we already know that Trump is in the Epstein files. We don't need to cover that necessarily again. I mean, it's so obvious. The thing that gets me so just laughing in this moment is the fact that Elon Musk really thought he was going to get ahead of the narrative, because he was like, yeah, time to drop the big bomb. Trump is in the Epstein files. So is this fucker. Like, so is Elon. I'm just... It baffles me knowing that, why is my music not playing? Hello? Why is my music not playing? It really, really grinds my gears to know that also Elon is in it, but he thought he could get ahead of it. Hold on, let me get my music started, and then I will be in full attention here. I don't know why this doesn't want to work with me. Why is this not? Thank you. Okay. Anyway, so please make sure to send some likes. Good morning, everyone. Kate, Kantisa, Keisha. I love all of you so much. So let's get started here. Elon Musk is in the Epstein files. Yes, I mean, I'm not surprised, but I guess I'm a little bit taken aback, because he took on a very aggressive strategy, apparently trying to get ahead of the narrative just for all of a sudden the truth to be revealed later on, meaning that he's basically done an entire faceplant, and I'm just laughing at it. So first off, let me just point out that recently, more Epstein files have been released, and it includes a lot of high-profile names. It includes names like Prince Andrew, of course, we already knew. It includes Donald Trump, naturally. It includes Howard Lutnick, which is Trump's Commerce Secretary. I call him Howard Nutlick. But then also it includes people like Bill Gates. Interesting. I feel like I should do that in a separate live stream. My knowledge is that part of the reason why him and Melinda Gates ended up separating was because of Epstein. So that is worth pointing out. And then also in the files, you have other people like, what's his face? Larry Summers. He was the guy who helped really deregulate Wall Street, leading to the 2008 financial crash. And he did all the stuff with the derivatives, basically tanking the market, all of that, through his financial deregulation agenda. Also, who else was in it? There were some other people in it, but those are the big ones. So Elon Musk being in it, even though he was the one to open up this can of worms, if you all remember, all right, make sure to send some likes. This is where it gets crazy. This is where the live gets good, okay? Time to drop the really big bomb. Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they've not been made public. Mark this post for the future. The truth will come out. Do you all remember this? I wish I had the date on here. This was the original screenshot when this dropped. Can you all answer in the chat, when did he post this? Because I think it was maybe March. Maybe it was March of 2025. Maybe it was January. I'm not quite sure. But it was around that time. It was like time to drop the big bomb. Trump is in the Epstein files. And the world was shook. It was in March? Yeah, okay. Thank you. I was thinking it was in March. So cool. And this really set off a political earthquake because it wasn't necessarily surprising. It wasn't surprising that you had Trump be in the Epstein files. But the thing that was so surprising was the obvious bromance and then the rift that ended up happening between Trump and Elon Musk. And it happened so quickly. Trump gets elected in 2024, God forbid, or goodness gracious. And you have this honeymoon period for a few months, and then all of a sudden, Trump and what's his face, Elon, start fighting, and the whole bromance ends. It's just wild. So, time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. It's the real reason they've not been made public. Mark this post for the future because the truth will come out. When Elon posted this, I can only imagine that this was his facial reaction. He's like, I've got him. Or this one. If you all, this might be a more niche reference. One of my coworkers showed me. Have you all seen the video with Toad? The Toad voice singing Chandelier by Sia. This is a screenshot from that video that I just found so funny. I can just imagine that this is Elon's face when he is like, let me set off a political earthquake. No, wait, it was a few weeks after Elon left, so 3 months, January, March, maybe April. Okay, well, it was earlier this year. Okay, no one's responding to my question, but that's okay. But you get the gist. I just imagine this is Elon's face when he initially puts out that post. Well, here's his face now because time has shown that he's in the files too. He's in the files too. And his story, the correspondence that he has with Jeffrey Epstein is low-key really embarrassing in several ways. And just, like, I don't feel bad for him. I just feel sad for him because that just, anyway. So let me get into it. And of course they went back and forth about taking shots at each other. Like for instance, he deleted the post saying that Trump is in the Epstein files. You even had, this is interesting knowing this. Elon Musk even said, and I'll show you the original thing, I will apologize profusely as soon as there is a full jump of the Epstein files. When I'm now looking at that, about a year later, looking at this, I'm like, he'll apologize profusely. Now I have a different understanding. Is he going to apologize for the fact that he is implicated in part of it? Because, oof. So this was the initial thing. I will apologize profusely as soon as there is a full dump of the Epstein files. Is he going to apologize for being in it? Who knows? But it's interesting because this guy I don't know who Jake Shields is, but he said something that I was like, oh, you know what, this is interesting. He said, if I was accused of doing nefarious things to kids by Elon Musk, I would immediately release the files and clear my name. If Trump doesn't release the files now, it would be clear that he is compromised. Well, he did sign to release them only after Congress basically forced his hand, and Donald Trump is in them. But naturally, all that being said, it's interesting to see those two fighting. And of course, you had all of these alpha male bros, that tech bros that support Elon, were like, Elon's reverse psychology got them begging for the Jeffrey Epstein client list. What do you mean, reverse psychology? Elon is in them. I'll cover that in a minute. It's the amount of rationalization that sometimes these people undergo in order to hold on to their pre-existing beliefs in a preferred version of a fictional narrative is baffling to me. But that all being said, let me go ahead and stop edging you in a sense. Let me go ahead and get to it. So Elon Musk is in the Epstein files, along with some other high-profile names like Larry Summers, Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, of course Donald Trump, we know, Howard Lutnick, or Nutlick, however you want to go about saying that. But Elon Musk is also in them, and his correspondence is something I'm going to talk about a lot today. But again, the big takeaway from the live is the fact that he thought he could get ahead of the narrative in early 2025 by saying Trump is in the Epstein files, completely not understanding that he's basically releasing a whole Armageddon because he is also in them. So he's metaphorically pissing in the punch bowl, and it's just funny to watch it all unfold because it's these two billionaire bro alpha males like fighting each other. And of course, this all has real world ramifications because the awful injustice of sex trafficking underage people is disgusting. And of course, it's very salacious as a story in regards to politics. So naturally, I'm going to cover it. So let's finally cover what Elon Musk has done. And I want to point out one thing since I just quickly saw a comment in here. I don't care about political affiliation when it comes to the Epstein files. Okay. You got people from both sides of the political spectrum. Whoopee. I don't care. If you do something bad or do something wrong, I don't care if it's someone a part of my in-group or out-group. I don't care if it's someone a part of my political party or an opposing one. I care less about political affiliation and team sports. I care less about that kind of trivial crap and more about the actual problem and conflict itself. And I feel like a lot of Americans, regardless of their political affiliation, in some capacity, feel that way. Of course, MAGA is completely unhinged and they cannot understand a spade is a spade, and like they only are focusing on their opposition party because they can't hold accountable their own, a good chunk of them, because that's what you do when you're in a cult. You're devoid of all critical thinking and reason. But that all being said, there are these people that are like, well, Democrats are in the files. I'm like, do I care about Bill Clinton? Sorry, no. Put him in the same cell with Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Let him fight. Let him fight. Like, these people who are like, oh, you're supposed to be protecting your team. Why? It's like, I don't care. See, that's the thing about these people who are like, well, aren't you supposed to be like, they are projecting the idea of you're supposed to do this team sports thing. Sorry, I don't want to participate. Like this Mikey person, there's Dems in the files too. Yeah, no dip. I don't care about that. Put them in the same cell. It's baffling to me that there are these people that are like, what about the other Democrats in there? I'm like, yeah, I don't give a flying fuck. I don't. Charge them. You see me apologizing for them? No. No. So anyway, just had to point that out there. Make sure to send some likes. I love all of you. I really hope that we can spread the live stream this morning. Let's finally talk about it. All right. Elon Musk is in the Epstein files. What did he do? Well, let's dive into it. This is a piece from PBS. Elon Musk is one of those people. The billionaire Tesla founder turns up at least a few times in Friday's document release, notably in email exchanges in 2012 and 2013, in which he discussed visiting Epstein's infamous Caribbean island compound. Why do they call it a compound? Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense. But it's not immediately clear if the island visits took place. Spokesperson for Musk's companies, Tesla and X, didn't respond to emails seeking comment Friday or Saturday. Musk has maintained that he repeatedly turned down the disgraced financier's overtures. Epstein tried to get me to go to his island and I refused. He said, I refused. Interesting. So this is something that he said, I refused. So Elon's account is that he rejected Epstein. He dumped Epstein. He said no. He left him on red. Like, however you want to go about it. Someone says, settle down, Joshy. Sweetheart, this is my live stream. If you don't like it, then go hug a cactus, okay? Go hug a cactus, go step on a Lego, minding your own business is free. Did I stutter? Anyway, but what's interesting is Elon is saying, no, I decided to not go. He invited me and I refused. Okay, let me also break this down here because this gets good. Epstein files show that Elon Musk apparently discussed plans to visit sex offenders island. There are email exchanges going back and forth where Elon Musk is basically reaching out to Jeffrey Epstein and saying, hey, I kind of want to visit the island. And the timing of this is incredibly interesting to me because this email exchange is taking place on Christmas Day. So here's one of the standalone emails. You can see to Jeffrey Epstein vacation at gmail.com from Elon Musk. And then you have probably just Tallulah and me. What day or night will be the wildest party on your island? So Tallulah is Elon's ex-wife, I believe. At least one of them. I don't know how many he has, but he collects them like American Girl dolls or whatever they do. Anyway, but that was just one standalone email. Let me give you some more. So I hope I have these. Let me do these in order because there are several. Okay. Just a reminder, Elon Musk was asking about coming to your island on January 2nd. This is from Leslie Goff, who I believe was a secretary of some kind under Jeffrey Epstein. You can see, obviously, Jeffrey Epstein at gmail.com. And then you can see, this is Elon Musk. Of course, the redactions are the emails, the personal emails of the people who are still alive. Naturally, you have Jeffrey Epstein's email is not covered up, but you can see here that Elon Musk's email is covered up for, I guess, privacy. And this is how the forwarded message goes. Actually, I could fly back early on the 3rd. We will be in St. Bart's. We should we should head to your island on the 2nd. And then it says, I need to fly back to LA on the night of the 2nd. The 2 or the 3rd, the 2nd or the 3rd would be perfect. I will come get you. So what you're seeing here is Elon Musk reaching out to Jeffrey Epstein on Christmas Day. Christmas Day is being like, yo, I really want to come visit your island. When's your next wildest party? Don't you think you should be focusing on something other than that on Christmas Day? Like being with your family, opening presents, doing Christmas traditions. The fact that he is such a horned up little guy that he's like he's messaging Jeffrey Epstein, being like, yo, I really want to come to your island. I want to have a Christmas surprise. Be like, I want to unwrap a real good Christmas present. You know, I really, you know, my kids keep giving me lumps of coal. Did I just spit on my screen? It's just wild. It's just wild. So, anyway, so he's saying, actually, I could fly back early on the 3rd. We'll be in St. Bart's. And let's see. Jeffrey Epstein says the 2nd or the 3rd would be perfect. I will come get you. Any day, 1st through the 8th, play it by ear if you want. Always space for you. Now, what's interesting, again, is that Elon is saying, I refused. Someone says, get a job. Oh, sweetheart, I have to be done in 30 minutes so I can go to my job. How about you get a life? Because you come and hate, attempting to be rude, okay? What I was saying was, it's the fact that Elon Musk is like, no, I decided to jump Jeffrey Epstein. I decided I wasn't interested, you know? I really just didn't want to go to the island, okay? I refused. Buddy, we got you dead to rights. There are messages showing quite the opposite. So it makes me laugh, the fact that Elon was like, he pulled the trigger, being like, Trump's in the Epstein files. And he was like, but then, like, you're also spelling out your own doom, because you're also in the files. So I don't know what kind of strategy that was. Was he trying to get the Epstein files disclosed? Was he trying to get the Epstein files disclosed so that so that he could also be revealed to be in them? Like, I don't get it. Someone just commented Starbucks. What do you mean, Starbucks? How does that have anything to do with this discussion? People are weird. But anyway, all of that being said, look, it doesn't matter your political affiliation. If you are in the Epstein files, then I would say, yeah, charge. There's so much evidence to show that there's this wrongdoing that has occurred. So I don't care people's political affiliation. I don't care if you are Bill Gates or Bill Clinton or Elon Musk or Donald Trump. Charge them all. Charge them all. This meme just gets me. I never went to the island. Okay. And then it's like, bro, please let me come to the island. Bro, I heard the parties are lit. Please, bro. Someone says you work at Starbucks. I do not. I do not work at Starbucks. But if I did, then that would be cool. I support the Starbucks people who are unionizing, because they deserve better from their corporation. Just saying. But let's actually get back on topic instead of attempting to insult people based on their employment and jobs. Anyway, C-Bar, thank you. Mermaid eyes. Mermaid eyes? What's mermaid eyes? Thank you. So let me also reveal some other people who are in the Epstein files here. So email cache reveals how former Harvard President Larry Summers stayed in Jeffrey Epstein's orbit. So you all might not know, you might know, okay, there's Trump in the Epstein files, Bill Clinton, we now know Elon Musk. There are some other people that are in them that I wanted to highlight. So Bill Gates is apparently in the Epstein files. I'm gonna do something completely separate on that, because I'm interested to see what the correspondence was between him and Jeffrey Epstein. It is my understanding that Jeffrey Epstein is the reason why Bill Gates, and like what Bill Gates was doing with Jeffrey Epstein on the island was part of the reason why Melinda, his wife, divorced him. I would have to double check on all of that. But let me talk about Larry Summers, because this is also an interesting person. Do you people know who Larry Summers is? Do y'all know who Larry Summers is? Just answer yes or no. Do y'all know who this guy is? It's a lesser profile name, but do you all know who he is? Yes or no? If no one responds in the chat, then it's gonna be very, very weird. Someone said your misleading commentary about Musk isn't helpful. Bro. Okay, so I see some yeses, I see some nos. Okay, interesting. I think I see a couple more yeses. Oh, okay, it's very much split half and half. All right, so Larry Summers is also in the Epstein files. Let me tell you who this guy is. Larry Summers is one of the people that their financial deregulation agenda led to Wall Street crashing in 2008. So Larry Summers is this big finance guy, former president of Harvard, and very big, high up in banking, I believe it was. It was partly his agenda that led to financial deregulation on Wall Street, financial deregulation in general of a lot of stuff like derivatives that led to the housing crash. So not only did this guy help tank the economy, but he also is in the Epstein files. So let me reveal some of the correspondence here. So this Epstein files release came out a little while ago. So of course you can wait, hold on. I don't know if this is the one. Yeah, LHS is going to be Larry Summers. You can see down here, follow me on Twitter at LHSummers, LarrySummers.com. So obviously this is an email between Jeffrey Epstein and him. And your world does not understand how dumb he really is, in referring to Donald Trump. He will blame everyone around him for bad results. Gary Cohn in a good place, as is Jared. All others not long for this world. Interesting argument on whether using WhatsApp is obstruction of justice. Deletes after sending? ? So that's Jeffrey Epstein saying that to Larry Summers. Larry Summers responding here with all this other stuff. But it's interesting because Jeffrey Epstein's like, Trump is dumb. Also, you can see here, this is Jeffrey Epstein to Peter Mandelson, but wait, that's not the one I wanted. This is him to Michael Wolff. Where's the one where he also was sending things to Larry Summers? I think that was just the main one. This one here, where they were emailing back and forth. Now, in the middle of all of this, Larry Summers has come out publicly and was like, I'm very ashamed for my actions, because Larry Summers was in Jeffrey Epstein's orbit. I'm not sure if he visited the island, but he was clearly a part of the orbit. So that's interesting as well. Where was it? And these are just some more email exchanges. Like these are the raw files from a little while ago. Oh, here we go. So this is from Larry Summers being sent to Jeffrey Epstein. This is the one I was looking for. Let's see. DJT is the world's luckiest guy in terms of opposition economy. Still thinks his world will collapse. Blah blah blah. He's saying all of this to Jeffrey Epstein. And it's, I think it's funny. It's sent from my iPad. So Larry Summers was somewhat a part of also Jeffrey Epstein's orbit, in addition to Donald Trump, Elon Musk. Someone says gay conspiracy theorist alert. How is me? Pause. These people, you people are weird, okay? I'm revealing the recent files disclosures. I'm revealing the recent files disclosures of what has been released to the public, attempting to inform you about what is happening, and someone's like, you're a gay conspiracy theorist. Sweetheart, do you know what a conspiracy theorist is? Do you know what that is? I'm a journalist. I'm trying to inform you. You can disagree with my opinion or my takes. That's fine. Oh, sir. Oh, God. You're giving me a good laugh, at least. That's nice. That's nice. There's a ton of bots in here, like little vermin. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, they are fully littering the live. And see, that's the thing. Not a lot of people realize, and I know I'm getting off track here. I'll get back on track in a second. But there are a lot of bots programmed by the right wing to do exactly that. They don't want to know. No, they don't. I'm a straight conspiracy theorist. Someone's like, I identify as a bisexual, non-binary conspiracy theorist. That you for your gay reporting, son? Now you can't even English. How many people we have in here? 284? Okay, cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's get back on track, shall we? As you can see here, Larry Summers was connected to Jeffrey Epstein. He was the U.S. Secretary of the Treasury, that's right, president of Harvard, director of the National Economic Council. His financial deregulation led to Wall Street collapsing in 2008 for the housing crisis. All that being said, also connected to Jeffrey Epstein, so we'll be learning more about him, in addition to Elon Musk also being in the files. Another name, before I go back to Elon here, is Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, or Lutnick, however you want to say it. To me, personally, you can disagree. I think he kind of looks like a Bond, like a James Bond movie villain. I think it's the slicked back hair and the beard. He kind of, to me, he looks like a James Bond movie villain. But there are now receipts showing that he was also connected to Jeffrey Epstein. He was also ended up being a neighbor of Jeffrey Epstein, I believe, of an apartment of his in New York City or something like that. So your illiteracy hurts your case. My illiteracy? My illiteracy. What? These bots are crazy. Like, what do you mean he's illiteracy? Look, you can't fix stupid. You really can't. You really can't. You're an idiot. Sweetheart, that's the wrong you're. Okay, pause. I just want to reveal something here. I do these live streams to inform people, and I get endless amounts of just anger, hate comments, bots, trolling. The thing that baffles me with it is that if you're a person that is tuning into content like mine, I would hope that you're aiming to be informed. Maybe a little bit entertained. I think I'm funny and cute. But there are a lot of people out there who don't care what the truth is. They don't care about objective reality. They just care about living in their own fantasy narrative. That's what terrifies me. That there are people out there who would rather live in some sort of fictional reality that they create instead of the objective reality we all find ourselves in. And we need to not fall prey to that. I know it might be easy to, I want to go with these preferred set of facts because they're helpful or convenient. But there are things that are up for debate. There are things that are not. There are objective things, objective facts. You might not like it, but that's what they are. I don't like that Donald Trump got elected in 2024. But I'm not pretending like somehow he didn't. See, that's what the right wing does. They don't care what objective reality is. They only care about what is going to fit their preferred narrative. And that's the thing. If you are existing in a society, you and I can disagree on tax policy. We can disagree on next steps for tackling an issue. That's fine. That's up for disagreement. That's up for debate. But the thing is, there are things that are not up for debate. Objective reality is not up for debate. The facts at hand of something existing, or mere correspondence, email exchanges revealed in these Epstein files, that's not up for, the existence of those files is not up for debate. That's just what it is. Now, if you want to say that, that's been misinterpreted, or that's been misconstrued, or out of context, I would roll my eyes, because obviously that would be stupid. But at least you are acknowledging the factual existence of it. Nobody should be above the law, that's the point. Exactly. So the thing is, what is scary about this moment is there's a contingent group of people that don't really care about what the facts are. Not about trying to spin the facts or report the facts in their preferred light or covering them and giving their opinion. No, they just want to deny that that's what it is. And you know who is like the leader of that kind of thing? Trump. Because he just denies things that he doesn't like. So a lot of people in here are these bots that report and say all of this crap. But behind that bot is so many other bots and one person programming them. Have you all seen what bot farms look like? They are crazy. That's a whole nother discussion. But anyway, I'm not going to get distracted any longer. How many people we got in here? 338. If this is your first time being a part of the live stream, hello. My name is Scott. I cover news and information. But let's finally get back to it. Great job, bro. Oh, thank you. Very dark Jason versus very light Jason, or very that's funny. If you're gonna be very dark Jason, can I be very white Scott? I think I'm funny. But anyway, so Howard Lutnick also appears, our current Commerce Secretary also appears in these files. He apparently was the neighbor of Jeffrey Epstein, I believe, in a New York apartment. That's interesting. I don't have a lot of information or facts to reveal about that particular exchange, as I have not read so much into it. But I want to point out that he, along with Bill Clinton, Bill Gates, Donald Trump, of course, Elon Musk, Prince Andrew, also the documentary filmmaker for the Melania movie, is also in the Epstein files. You can't make that up. And that's going to be a subject that I tackle another day. It's like this whole thing with the Melania movie. Has anyone gone to see the Melania movie? Here's the thing. I'm kind of tempted to just watch it to see how bad it is, but I also don't even want to give them, I don't even want to give them the credit. Also, I want to point out that the more we learn about Jeffrey Epstein, the more that we begin to learn that the first time that Trump met Melania was on the Lolita Express. Which is Jeffrey Epstein's plane. So, and we know that Mar-a-Lago was also a hub for sex trafficking. Go to the file, stop looking at the tweets. Oh, like these? Like these? Since they're all in the files. The tweets just are just alerting people. But let me go back to covering Elon Musk here, because this is the big story, and then I have to go in 10 minutes. This is the big story. This guy is a porcupine. A porcupine? Ooh. That's a fun little insult. Go hug the porcupine. But yeah, not a new story. Yeah, 100%. So I'm gonna hide away the chat here for just a second so I don't get distracted. Hold on just a second. Let me just hide it away. Okay. So Elon Musk is in the Epstein files as well. But the thing that gets me so riled up is the fact, and by the way, the show is called Raw and Unfiltered. I just want to point that out. The thing that gets me so riled up is the fact that you all remember back in 2025, like early 2025, Elon Musk posts on X, formerly known as Twitter, saying, Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. Time to drop the really big bomb. That's the real reason they have not been made public. Mark this post for the future. The truth will come out. It is outstanding to me that Elon decided to go with this strategy, being like, Trump is in the Epstein files. Meanwhile, we now know Elon also in the Epstein files. Elon was emailing Jeffrey Epstein on Christmas Day, being like, yo, when is your next wildest party? Because I'm trying to get up in that gig. And I'll show you all the correspondence here in a minute. But the fact that Elon was like, you know what? I'm going to bury Trump. I'm going to bury him. And then it's like, I don't care if it buries me too, I'm going to bury him. And I can just imagine this being Elon's face when he put out that tweet, that post. Or this, which I showed earlier in the live. If you all follow like the Toad voices, the Toad voiceovers, this is a screenshot from the Sia video where he's going, I'm gonna swing. I just thought it was funny for the facial reaction alone. But Elon Musk in the Epstein files. And let me reveal what all actually was said. So, of course, Elon is like, I was invited to the island by Jeffrey Epstein, but I refused. I didn't want to be a part of it. Hold on a second. He's like, I didn't really want to be a part of it. I just decided, maybe I don't want to go to the island. Epstein tried to get me to go to his island and I refused. Okay. So Elon is claiming that he turned it down. What do the official email correspondence actually show? So among documents released Friday were emails dated from 2012 to 2013 showing Musk's name, but with his email address redacted. The world needs more romance. Oh, he's romantic. Musk wrote to Epstein on October 12th, the documents indicate. He told Epstein that he would be traveling with his partner at the time, English actress Tallulah Riley, to St. Bart's and was looking to potentially connect on Epstein's island. In a November 2013 email, Epstein offered to send Musk a private helicopter to transport him to the island. How many people will you need for the heli to the island? Musk responded that it would be just him and Riley. What day or night would be the wildest party? So this is the email correspondence between Jeffrey Epstein and Elon Musk. This is one of them saying, probably just Tallulah and me. What day or night will be the wildest party on the island? And this is the more full file here. You can see this is between Elon Musk, Jeffrey Epstein. Let me get a little bit closer so I can read this. This is from Leslie Goff forwarding along this message, basically saying, just a reminder, Elon was asking about coming to your island on January 2nd. I take it that Leslie Goff is some sort of secretary or assistant or something like that. And this is Jeffrey Epstein, Elon Musk saying, actually, I could fly back early on the 3rd. We will be in St. Bart's. When should we head to your island? Maybe on the 2nd? I need to fly to LA on the night of the 2nd. The 2nd or the 3rd would be perfect. Am I going in order or not? Hold on. I don't know if I'm going in order. Oh, any day, 1st through the 8th, play it by ear. If you want, always have space for you. 2nd and 3rd would be perfect. I will come get you. I need to fly back to LA on the night of the 2nd. Actually, I could fly back early on the 3rd. So you can see they're trying to set this up. They're trying to connect about that. And Elon's saying, it'll just be Tallulah and me. When is the wildest party? But notice the date. Notice the date. December 13th, December 15th, December 15th, December 25th. December 25th. That's Christmas Day. That's Christmas Day. Elon Musk emailing Jeffrey Epstein at 6:34 a.m. on Christmas Day, being like, yeah, I really want to come to your island, by the way. That's a real Christmas surprise right there. A real Christmas surprise. Be like, ooh, I've gotten too many lumps of coal for my children this Christmas. You know, I can't stand the joy of them opening their presents. I didn't even realize I got them for them. I thought that I would have just gotten them some sort of investment in my company. It's like, he was probably exhausted because Elon, I don't even know how many children he has, but it's a lot. But that's the correspondence, which completely contradicts what he's trying to claim. Saying like, oh no, I refused. I didn't want to go to the island. No, I didn't do that. Epstein tried to get me to his island and I refused. Dude, the emails show quite the opposite. You were clamoring. Your little hot dog was wet and you wanted to go and get it serviced. Like, oh. You can't make this stuff up. And the thing that just puts the cherry on top is that Elon Musk was the one that ripped the lid off the can of worms. Was basically saying, yeah, Trump's in the Epstein files, that's why they're not been released. Mark this post in the future when it comes out. Yeah, bro, you're also in the files, so what kind of strategy were you trying to employ? What kind of strategy is that? Be like, yeah, he's in the files. Yeah, so are you, bucko. Reality is more funny than fiction. So, anyway, I do have to get ready. I do have to get going to work here soon. But the one last thing I want to leave with is there are also other people like Bill Gates and Howard Lutnick and Larry Summers, of course, Donald Trump, in the Epstein files as well. And we'll be hearing more about all of this as time goes on. So, as for the show, Raw and Unfiltered, thank you for joining. I will take some questions, maybe, for a couple minutes. I'm still kind of getting back into the routine of my live stream. My goals, and this is just internal housekeeping, my goals are to be more on time. Sometimes I come a little bit late. Someone said misinformation. Who is that? Welcoming to the stage, Misinformation. Come on down. You know, it'd be a really good name. Speaking of like entertainers, you know, it'd be a really good name for a drag queen, Miss Fortune. That would be a really good drag name. Welcoming to the stage, Miss Fortune. Another unemployment for me. I wonder if McDonald's is hiring yet. Maybe, I don't know. But it's not an easy economy out there. It's not. Misfortune. Come when you just bring the real receipts. What are you even talking about? Anyway, we live in the easiest existence the human race has ever seen, and somehow people complain more than any other time in history. I feel like that's really subjective. It really depends. So you say we live in the easiest existence for the human race has ever seen, and somehow people complain more than any other time. Easy for who? There's an email from Musk rejecting an offer to go to the island. That's it. Prove me wrong. There's also another email basically saying, yeah, when are you going to be there? Let's connect. So there. Proven wrong. Now, if there was another time where he said, no, I don't want to go to the island, okay. But that contradicts your whole preferred narrative of, oh, I refused it. Yeah, well, you were also interested at one point. You were also interested in going. Misdirection. That would be so funny. Welcoming to the stage. She has no idea where she's going in life. Maybe she's going that way, or all the ways. But maybe it's misdirection. That's funny. That'd be a good name. Want to connect with you tonight, if you know what I mean. Oh, I'm flattered, but I have a boyfriend. His name is Red Baron Pizza. Misconception. Welcoming to the stage. You know, some people just say that she's really understood, and some people are mentioning that, you know, they just have a lot of wrong ideas about her. Her name is Misconception. Elon's new name, not just drag name. Misconception. Anyway. But I do have to get going here. I'm sorry. I appreciate every single one of you. If you all enjoyed the live stream, please make sure to smash that subscribe button. Y'all are amazing. Over time, I will definitely be getting more sharper and better at this, making it more of a production. And, you know, I'm also trying to give myself some grace. This is only the second time I've been live in a while, so I'm still Bye, porcupine. Until next time. I would love to get a little porcupine. That would be so cute. So anyway, shout out to my amazing moderators. So happy you're back. Thank you, Jessica Wooler. That means a lot. Misinterpretation. Some people say that they just don't get her. Some people say that they don't understand her. Some people say that she's just one big concept. But a concept that's misunderstood. Welcoming to the stage, misinterpretation. Anyway, I appreciate every single one of you. I need to skedaddle. Shout out to my amazing moderators in here. Kantisa, Akicha, Kate, Elisa, Ellie. I love all of you so much. Cherie. I cannot do any of this without you all. Joanna Tech. So anyway, you're fun. Oh, thank you. If you enjoyed the live stream, please smash that subscribe button. Please go check out my other videos that I post. I'm going to be trying to do more, and I appreciate every single one of you. Anyway, just remember that you are beautiful, you are loved, you are valid, you are strong, and you are fierce. Oh, C-Bar, love you, C-Bar. Don't let anyone or anything ever dim your shine. I love all of you so much. Bye.